Peace and blessings, y'all. It's your girl, Kween, and I want to welcome you to a new way of having a conversation, and that's by having those conversations with Kween. Let's get into this conversation. Our first guest for today is Marco Richh. How are you today?
Cool. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So for those of my audience who aren't familiar with who you are and your work, could you give them a little bit about yourself?
Well, for the most part, my name is Marco Richh. I'm a producer, singer, songwriter, engineer, musician of about 8 to 9 instruments. I come from a small town, raised in a small town in Carolinas, in North Carolina, Murfreesboro, North Carolina. Grew up between there and Columbus, Georgia, Phoenix City, Alabama, and raised in the church, church musician as well.
So what instruments did you play in church?
Man,
Or did you play all those instruments in church?
in church, man, I started playing drums first. I was playing drums first, and from drums to congas, then keys. But even though I was playing drums, I was still taking piano lessons, from probably like the age of 6. But I wasn't ready to play in church yet, so I was playing drums until I made the transition.
I love me some percussion.
Oh yeah,
I played the drums as well, and then I went to guitar. That's nuts.
nice.
But yes, so I love percussion. So after that, what did you play?
Saxophone. After that,
Ooh.
alto sax. So
Do you still play?
yeah, I still play. I started playing sax in 6th grade, and
And what made you do that?
my dad.
That just your dad said you was gonna play sax?
He always told me, like, you could do more with the saxophone than you could with any other instrument. And as far as like gigs and I've seen trumpet players kind of exceed that too.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something like the saxophone just gets in places like other instruments like can't go.
Which sax did you play?
Alto.
Ooh.
Yeah, alto sax.
So what motivates you to do music? Do you write your own music and compose and all of that yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So what motivates you to do that?
Man, it's a feeling. I don't know. It feel good, then I put it down. So my motivation comes from earlier, like childhood stuff. Like when I used to watch, when I watched Michael Jackson, the movie.
Now you see all this mic stuff I got around this
Yeah.
studio, right?
Yeah, I'm checking you out. See, like Mike, the movie, the American Dream movie. Then there was Temptations. Then there was 5 Heartbeats, Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown. Like all of these movies, when MTV used to play movies that rock.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's where I was at. I wanted to see their lives. I wanted to see what they went through. I wanted to see the trials, the tribulations, the ups, the downs, the no's. I wanted to see all of that, and it did something. It made me feel some type of, when I watched that, like certain parts of the movies, I was like, man, like.
Did you kind of envision yourself in that?
Yeah, I put
position?
myself in their shoes like James Brown when I watched Get On Up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, everything he going through, like I've been through some of this stuff. Like I relate to a lot of these movies and a lot of these artists that's already out. People's favorite artists. I do a lot of the same things that they do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, man, I'm not far away from where I need to be, where I want to be. So,
They say your life can change with one conversation for the better or for the worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's, that, my dad poured a lot into me musically.
Mm-hmm.
And G Smooth's uncle, Gene Griffin, he poured a lot into me as a kid. Gene, actually, my dad called Gene to come watch me perform at the Foxy 105 talent show. He drove from Atlanta.
Well, for those of our audience who don't know who that is, could you let them know?
Oh, man, the late Gene Griffin. Producer, a great man, a great father, all around just dope individual. Man, he produced a lot of hits.
Like what? Give us a few.
Just Got Paid. Johnny Kemp. Guy.
Just Got Paid.
Yeah, Guy.
Okay.
Rex and Effect. Yeah, he did a lot of records. I remember when he started doing rap music, when he did Miracle and Pastor Troy. So, Gene was, the founder pretty much of Guy.
Okay.
So I would say, without Gene, it wouldn't be Teddy. Wouldn't be a Teddy Riley without Gene.
Well, that's definitely a big statement to make.
Yeah.
So you spoke about Gene. That he obviously sounds like an influence. So who are some of your other influences?
Teddy has always been an influence growing up. Teddy Riley has been an influence. Shout out Uncle Aaron, Aaron Hall. Oh. Aaron has been a major influence as a musician, as a writer. Just a lot of the pioneers, man, like, Deron from 112, Slim, those guys, Case, those guys I grew up listening to have always been influences on my music and my, creative space.
Well, since you said Case, so I saw on your Facebook a few months ago that you are working with Case and you worked on his next project. Mm-hmm. So is there anything you could tell us about that? Could you?
About the project, no.
Or the experience,
but
not the project,
the experience. It was.
Because I love me some Case.
It was like, it was like this. I grew up listening to Case. Mm-hmm. Touch Me, Tease Me.
Happily Ever After.
Happily Ever After. All the soundtracks he's been a part of, right? So
Best Man.
Best Man, yeah. So I never once thought, you know what I'm saying, like, I thought I was Case when I was 8. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, like, I was in the mirror pretending like I was in the video. You know what I'm saying? That was me.
Yes, absolutely.
So to be in the studio working with him, man, it was just like, I know what he does. I can mimic everything he does, so it made it so much easier to write for him. Like, we're resurfacing, these artists. I'm not trying to make him sound like Chris. I'm not trying to make him sound like August.
And I'm glad for that because we got enough Chris and we got enough August.
I'm trying to keep that Case sound that everybody's familiar. Hey, yeah, people are familiar with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to keep that flow going. So where this sounds like old Case. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So where it crosses generations, so you still have the people that grew up on Case, but now you're introducing him to new generation, new fans, so it's still identifiable Case, but
yep, absolutely.
2020.
We was in the studio working, and I was writing a record, and I'm feeding him parts. We were in the studio in the booth. It was certain runs that I would do while he's in there, and it's just like I heard that run on Happily Ever After, or I heard that run on Touch Me, or I heard you do this ad lib on this record. Let's do it again.
And that introduced me to your music, and now you're absolutely.
So, that was dope, man. That's dope. Now it's at a point where I check on him, I text him, hey man, checking on you. So his album is almost finished. So far I got three songs on his album, and I think I just got his new single that's gonna come out.
That's what's up. Yeah. So if you could give me 5 people, doesn't matter what category, producer, singer, whatever, but just 5 people here or transitioned that you would like to duet with, like top 5. I see you got a couple in the cuff, so
it's like everything.
You got some heavy hitters in the cuff. I ain't gonna fraud you.
Everything in. Let me see, man. Let me see. Now you should have said Dead or Alive.
I did say Dead or Alive.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I said here. Well, I said here or transitioned.
Ray Charles.
For what reason?
Just musical and the foundation. Like the musicians back then were tight, man. They was tight.
They were real musicians.
And if you didn't have tough skin, you wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
Like, they yelled at you like a football coach. And if you took it wrong, like you weren't gonna make it. So Ray, definitely. I gotta say Billie Holiday.
Okay.
But under Billie Holiday, I think Ella Fitzgerald and Lena Horne will kind of fall under that.
Okay. That jazz sound.
James Brown. Man, that dude's an idiot. I would love to work with him, man. I would love to do something with him.
Would you love to write for him? Would you love to perform with him? Like, in what capacity?
I think on the stage,
Okay.
like performing, doing something of that nature. That's my four, right?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say Mike.
Mike who? Jackson?
MJ, yeah. Oh. Everybody I named dead and gone, bro. Everybody.
Okay, so something to challenge you a little bit would be, now you got to name 5 who are here.
5 who are here. Ryan Leslie.
That's a good choice.
Let's go. Yeah. Ryan.
His vocals
Brandy.
Crazy. Okay. Have you heard B7? The new album?
Who else is crazy?
Why they gotta be crazy?
Bruno. I would love to do something with Bruno. In any capacity. Performing, working on writing, anything.
Okay, now this one gotta be Columbus artist.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I like Jigsaw.
Okay, why?
Dude talented, man. He dance, he sing, he rap. He do everything. He remind me of myself.
Okay.
His sound, his stage presence. Man, when he performed, first time I met DJ Brad, he performed at Lake Bottom, like in the rain. People were leaving,
but he still put on a show,
and it looked like he had 1 million people. Like the way he was working the crowd, the stage, he was moving, like he practiced this. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yeah, bro, he got it. Like I can see you on stage and just look at you like I look at Chris or anybody else and be like, yeah, bro, you got it.
Okay. One more.
Local? Artist,
producer, beat maker, locally though. Engineer.
I mean, I don't work with some of the best in the area. I mean, I ain't gonna say some of the best, but one of the best here. Like, he set the bar in this area a lot. So, Front Street Rooter.
Okay.
Yeah.
He doing his thing in these streets.
I love to do a record with Front Street, man. That'll be crazy.
That collab would be crazy.
Yeah, bro. You heard, go find him and tell him I said that.
Okay, so let's talk about the story behind your new track, Party. Talk to us about this, what you were going through when you wrote it. You know what I'm saying? The visuals, because them visuals was nice. So talk to us about that.
Man, Party is Marco.
Okay.
And I needed that record to let people know, okay, so he's getting ready to be like fun. He's getting ready to be fun. I wanted that to display that through my music. So, whether in real life, whether it's a kickback, a party, a gathering, whatever it is, if you are around me or you are in my space, if I call my sister right now and say, hey, I'm cooking at the crib, I'm on the way.
It's a party.
She know, like, everybody know, you know what I'm saying, we gonna have fun, we gonna turn up. It ain't gonna be no BS. It ain't gonna be no drama. It's always
gonna be a good time.
Good fun. And I try to display that through, the visual. I did the treatment for the visual. Me and G Smooth, we I just sent him some ideas like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. And he just was like, yeah, that's dope. That sounds good. So it's just like, it all fell together. I linked with Jay Hot. After we made the decision we was going to work on a project. So I got with Jay Hot, and once I did that, it was just like, he played the track. No, he actually gave me like 4 tracks. And he was
gave you options.
And he was like, I think we're going to use these for your EP. And I was like, cool. So he got to this one. He's like, write to this one. I played it. I remember calling my brother Mike Blaze. I called Mike, and I was like, bro, I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to go with this record.
But you like the beat.
The beat was dope, and I was just trying to figure out how am I gonna. It's like playing double dutch. Mm-hmm. Like, what moment am I gonna jump in? And it got to be the right way. Everything about it got to be right. So he left the studio. I was up there probably about 2 or 3 hours. He came back. I said, bro, I got the hook. I was like, yeah, I got the hook. And I was singing it to myself, and I hadn't even recorded it yet. And I was just like, yeah, bro, that's it. That's it. That's it. And I laid it. I dropped the verses on it. And then now that's where we at now. So, and to be honest, like, Party ain't even the dopest record on the project.
Uh-oh.
like that's like, Party is my third favorite record on my EP.
Okay.
So, yeah, but it's still a good record too.
Well, make sure y'all stick around, because after the break, Marco Richh will be premiering Party right here from his upcoming project. So keep it locked, and we'll be right back.
What's going on, everybody? You already know who it is, man. It's your boy Marco Richh, and you tuned in right now with Konversations with Kween. Premiere of my new video, Party, featuring J. High Scott. Let's get it.
You to know that when we kick it, we should do this shit every weekend. And I will give it all to you. Oh yeah. Wherever you wanna go, I got you. You fucking with me, so you got options. Tell your girls they can come too. We can make it a good thing. I like the party. It's the weekend, let's get it started. She grown with it. She drink control and she twerking, don't stop, get it. I like the party, it's the weekend, let's get it started. I got 2 cups, you got 2 friends. Look at you, now that's a privilege. Yeah, now that we're here, my love, I do what I want, it's a habit. I'm just trying to show you something. I'm trying to tell you, girl, I might travel around the world with a bad bitch. I might turn a main to a side chick. I might blow a bag on some bullshit. Oh, I ain't rhyming, that's a cool whip. Cause y'all fly, you know it. I just wanna be your homie, your lover friend. Wanna be your homie, lover friend. Wherever you wanna go, I got you. You fucking with me, so you got options. Tell your girls they can't come through. We can make it a group thing. I like the party. It's the weekend. Let's get it started. She grown with it. She drink control and she twerking. Don't stop. Get it. I like the party. It's the weekend. Let's get it started. I got 2 cups. You got 2 friends. Look at me, now that's a pretty picture. Let's get it started. She growing, she drink control and she twerking. Don't stop, get it. I like the party. I like the party. I like the party.